Hi everyone, and especially Christine. I'm going to make a video showing how to do a basic, how I do a basic granny square, and it's designed especially for you, Christine, so that you can do some crochet at home while we're having the break. But other than that, anyone is welcome to watch. So, what I love about crochet and granny squares is it's so simple. All you need is one crochet hook. This time I'm using a size 3.5 millimeter and some thread. Now I'm using cotton crochet thread 4-ply. The one that I'm actually using is this Regal 4-ply cotton by Payton's. So I'm going to start the center of my granny square with a magic ring. I think it's called magic ring, and this is how I do it. There's probably variations, but anyway, this is how it's turned out for me over the years that I've been doing it. So basically, we are holding the thread on over my index finger and just twisting it around and crossing. So you can see that I've got the short thread there, and the one connected to the ball is crossing over the top there. Now what I'm going to do is slide my crochet hook underneath the thread and pull a loop through like that. So it gets a bit sort of messy here, but basically what that is if I pull up a loop there, it's connected to the ball, and if I straight away do what's called a chain stitch, which is pick up the thread and pull it through the loop, that's one chain stitch, and then that stabilizes it. You can see you've got the short thread coming down there, you've got a double thread there and a single loop there. What will happen is we'll work over this into this hole. This is the center of your granny square, and we will go we're going to do double crochets along this here into this ring. So, and we'll leave this short bit there, and we'll go work over the area where there's two threads. So now what I'll do is I'll just get that out of the way a bit. So we start by, we've done one chain, and we start by doing another chain, which is picking up the thread and pulling it through there. So now we've got two chains there. Now that's going to act as your first double crochet. And now I'm using American US terms, which is calls this a double crochet. In English or UK terms, this would be a treble crochet. So anyway, for me, it just what I'm doing is going to be called a double crochet. Sorry, this is just two chains. This is two chains, but it's pretending to be the first double crochet. So to do the double crochet, you need to first pick up the yarn, go into the hole, the center, pick up the yarn again and come through out there. So now you've got 3 on your hook. So we pick up the yarn and go through the first 2, and then pick up the yarn and go through the second 2. And that is one complete double crochet. Now we're going to do another one. So pick up the yarn into the hole, pick up the yarn, come up 3 on the hook, pull through the first 2 with some yarn, and then pick up and pull through the second 2. And now we've completed 2 double crochets and the 2 chains we initially did, which are standing in for a double crochet, because you can't do a double crochet just from when you've only got one. I mean, you can't build a double crochet height from standing. That sounds all totally confused. Just basically you need to start with the 2 chains that pretend to be the double crochet, because you can't do the normal double crochet. Okay, at the start. So sorry, I feel like I'm making this more confusing than it needs to be, but we'll see. So now, in order for the center of the granny square, we're going to do 4 bunches of double crochet. of 3 double crochet each. So they're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 around the circle. This is 1. Now in between those we're going to put a chain, because that is going to ultimately be the corner. So we're going to do a chain, a bunch of double crochets, 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets, and then a chain, and join it to the end with a slip stitch. So let's start. So I've done my 3 double crochet, first 3 double crochet bunch. Now I'm going to do a chain. Now I'm going to do another 3 double crochets. So it's pick up the yarn underneath and back up, pick up the yarn through 2, pick up the yarn through 2. So that's 1. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, come back through, pull through 2, pull through 2. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, come up here, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, so that's our second bunch of 3. So what we can do is we can tighten this a little bit more, so you start to sort of see where the center is. So we've basically done half of the center now. So we do another chain. So there's 1 chain and a bunch of 3 double crochets done 4 times around it. So we'll do that again. So pick up, this is another double crochet. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, come through, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. So that's a third bunch of 3 double crochets. So we're going to get 4 bunches and 4, because we're going to need to make 4 corners in the next round. Okay, so we do a chain before we do our last bunch. So the chain is basically creates the space where the corner is going to be. Okay, pick up the last bunch of 3 double crochets. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, pick up the yarn through 2, through 2. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. And final stitch, pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, come up, got 3 on the thing, pull through 2, pull through 2. And now we need because we started with the 3 double crochets, we need a final chain here to give us the 4th chain, which will be the 4th corner. Now to join this, pull the thread of the magic ring quite tight now, so that you can actually see what you're doing, and you can see that we need to close this section here. So how we close this is with a slip stitch. So we just slip stitch under the top of this stitch to join this to close this gap. So we go in underneath there, pick up the yarn, pull it through, and then just keep going and pull it right through everything. So now we have the center done. So I'll just pull that up so we can see it, place it down, and we'll just talk about what we've got here. Okay, so what we've got here is we're going to end up with 4 corners. So we've got 4 spaces in between 4 bunches of 3 double crochet. So it's like there's a bunch of, so I'll take this out and point. So there's where we ended. We've just done a chain, so that's 1 corner space. Now we have 3 double crochets. That's what those posts are, the double crochets. Then we've got a chain, which is going to form a corner, 3 double crochets. Then we've got the chain there, which forms the gap there. The chain gives the space in between the 3 double crochets. Then we've got the 3 double crochet bunch there, and then we've got the chain space there, 3 double crochets there, and the chain space there, and then we've joined it, slip stitched it to the top of that other double crochet. So this is the most difficult really, is to getting started. Once you get it started and you start going around and you can see your square more, it's a lot easier. So for this one, we're not going to change colour at this point. We're going to keep on going. So what we're going to do here is this time, each of these spaces that we've got, which are where we did the chains in between the bunches of 3 double crochet, we're going to do 3 double crochet, a chain and 3 double crochet and that's a corner. So into each of these spaces, these are the only 4 spaces we're going to use on this round. So that's what we'll do in each one. We'll do 3 double crochet, a chain and 3 double crochet. So we're going to end up with 8 bunches of 3 double crochet around this time. So that'll make it bigger so that it sits flat. So how we're going to do that is we can't do a double crochet straight from this low position when we're right low down on the rim. So what we do is that we do 2 chains and we pretend that that is 1 double crochet. So we're pretending that that is 1 double crochet. And now I'm going to do the back end of a corner, the last part of the corner. So a corner is made up of 3 double crochets, a chain and 3 double crochets. For this one, into this space here where we've ended, I'm going to just do the second 3 double crochets of a corner. I think you'll understand that more when you see it, when we come around and you see it. So I'm just going to do my double crochet again. So it's pick up the yarn. Now I'm going into this space that is just a little bit back. This is the way I like to do it because it just seems to, and I try and keep my changeover between rows always in the corner. Not everyone does it that way, but and it does make this little bunch look a bit funny at the start, but when you join it around later, you'll find that it settles down and looks okay. So pick up the yarn into the space that's a little bit back, pick up more yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2, okay. Now again a third one, because we've got 1 with 2 chains, which is standing in for a double crochet. We've done 1 double crochet, now we're going to do a third one. So we pick up the yarn into the space, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. So I'm just going to put this down now and try and explain what's happening here. So, because I think it's good to be able to see what you've done, and then you can see also what you need. So, I just might pop the light on. I realise I haven't got the light on. I'm not sure if that makes it better or not. Anyway, let's do it. So, 3 double crochets there. That is half a corner. When we come round, right around, we're going to have another 3 double crochets there with a chain, and that will be our whole corner. So that's half a corner. We're going to move on to the next corner now, and we'll come back to that when we get to the end, when we get right around. So let's just go here. So this seems like you've got a bit of a reach now, but that's right. That's how Granny Square works. We only work into these spaces. We don't split up our 3 double crochet bunches. So pick up the yarn into here. Pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn, come through 2, come through 2. Pick up the yarn into the space. Pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, so I'm doing it a bit faster now. If you have, I know, hopefully you're okay with the double crochets, Christine, but if you're not, you can slow down and look at those, how to do that again. Now, this is half the corner. We're going to turn the corner now by creating a space with the chain and then doing another 3 double crochet. Okay. So that's the 3 double crochet. Okay, so we've got 3, so this is a corner, 3 double crochet. Hang on, I'll take that out so I can point. Okay, 1, 2, it's a bit harder to see because they're a bit squashed up at the moment, but that's okay. So there's 1, 2, 3. You can see also there's 1, 2, 3 of these stitchy, like knit stitch looking things along the top. Then we create a space by doing a chain, because a chain doesn't come down and attach into the space there at all. And then we've done another 1, 2, 3 double crochet. So that's a corner. That there is a corner. Now, for this round, we just go straight on to the next corner because we've only got 4 spaces and a square has 4 corners. So we just go straight in and do 3 double crochets here. And a chain, because a chain, you can see how that's already looking square down there. So there's the 3 double crochets and a chain, and then in order to turn the corner now, we need another 3 double crochets in the same space. And every corner is like that. 3 double crochet, a chain, 3 double crochet. So I'll just do 3 now. I'll just give you a little refresher on the double crochet again here. So the double crochet is around, picking up the thread into the space, same space as we were going before, pick up the thread, come back, pick up the thread, pull through 2, pull through 2. I'll just do it again. Pick up thread into the same corner space, pick up thread, pull through, so you've got 3 on there, pull through 2, pull through 2, and finally again, pick up the thread into that space, pick up the thread, come through, you've got 3 on there, pick up the thread, come through, pick up the thread, come through 2. Okay, so that is the completion of that corner. So again, that corner is 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets. So now we've got 2 corners. We move on to the 3rd corner. So again, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, a chain. A chain again is just to pick up the thread and pull it through. Just creates a little bit of a gap in that corner. And then to finish the corner, we go back into the same space. 3 double crochets more. So this round is all corners. We're just creating 4 corners. Now, so we've done our 3 corners now around the circle. Now, what we've got here is we started with doing 1 bunch of 3. So that was like half a corner. So in order to complete this final corner, which is going to go into this space here, whoa, sorry, this space here, we need to come across and do 3 more double crochets, do our chain, and then join to this bunch of 3 double crochets. And we'll learn a slip stitch with that. We'll do a slip stitch with that. So I'm going to, I've done that 3. No, so I'm going to do 3 more double crochets in here. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now, Oh, now I've got to do our chain, because the chain creates this space in the middle here where when we're coming on the next round, we're going to need to go into that space to do our corner. So I've done the chain there. Now, to do a slip stitch, I just go underneath this sort of knit looking stitch on the top there. We pull a thread through, but we don't, and we keep going, and we just pull it right through, right like that. Now, I'm going to change colour at this point so that I can show you how to change colour as well. So I'm going to end off, and how I'm going to end off is I'm going to cut my thread like this, about that long, because you're going to leave enough of a tail to weave in later. And then I just pull the thread through, pull it all the way through, and tighten that as much as possible to make a knot. So that is the first part of the granny square done. So that's the first 2 rounds of the granny square. Now I'm going to join my pink. I've ordered a bit more of these colours so that I can actually finish this vest that I'm making with granny squares. So don't join it just at the same corner, because this round is all even. It doesn't matter where you start it. You do them in individual rounds, so they're completed at the end. But I would start in a corner, so I might start in this corner here, which is just the next one along. The reason I say don't start in the other corner is because there is a slight difference in the look of things when you when you join there, and you don't want that all to sort of be in one spot. It's not very noticeable, I don't think, and especially by the time you come around and you put another corner into that spot, you basically push those into the right position, but they're not quite the same look as, say, that corner. Anyway, so I just join by pulling the thread through the loop that I'm going to start in and doing a knot. So I just do. I'm sure there's better ways of doing this as well, maybe, but I'm just going for simplicity here. And I don't want it to come undone, so I do a nice tight knot, and that way I know that it's going to be fine. And also you need to do a fairly tight knot, because you'll see in a sec, otherwise you kind of rotate the thread around where you've attached it, which you don't want to do. So I'm just going to get a bit more thread here. Okay, now, so here we are, we're starting in a corner. I'm going to start every row the same, which means I'm going to just do half the corner. So this corner ultimately is going to end up the same as this corner and every other corner, with 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets. But where I start, I'll just do the half corner, because I want to join the end of the round at the point of the corner. I think that's the spot where it's the least noticeable. So in order to do that, we need to get some stitches so that we can start and get some height. So I'll just show you that again actually, is I go into the hole, I pull that through so that I've got a bit of a loop, and then I do 2 chains. So 2 chains are just where you pull a loop through the loop. So now that we've done that, we can see we've got 2 chains, which are our pretend first double crochet, because there's no other way that you can get a double crochet look there that I know of anyway. Okay, so you've got the look of a double crochet there with the 2 chains. So now, in order to complete that bunch and the half corner, we just need another 2 double crochets. So we've got a bunch of 3. So pick up the yarn into the center, pick up the yarn into the space, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. Pick up the yarn into the space, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. Looks, now I've done that, it's a bit loose, but I'm not unpicking anything. I'll just, that will, you know, that'll be fine. Once you get round and do another round on top of things, it tends to sort of squash everything into place the way it's meant to be. So now, I don't know if you can see, but basically this is half a corner, and there, when we get round the other side, we'll finish the other half of the corner with 3 double crochets there and a chain in the middle. So now this time, not every space that we've got needs to be a corner. We only want to continue our 4 corners unless we want to end up with a different shape. So this one is on the side. So this one only needs 3 double crochets. Okay. All right, and then, so the next one is the corner. So you can see that it's a corner because it's got 2 bunches going into the one hole. So that's a corner, and you can see it's a corner because it looks like a corner. It's a bit square. So into this we need 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets. So they're all going into the one space, and that's what gives you an increased number of double crochets around the edge, and also turns the corner at this spot. All right, sorry, I'm getting it. The yarn is falling off. Okay, so there you go. Now we've done one that's a side and one that's a corner. The next one is a side, because you can see there's the next corner around there, and there's the next corner there. So this is a side. So we just go straight from here across to this space on the side with 3 double crochets. So that is 1, 2, 3. I know I'm doing them fast now, but I will slow down again in a second, show it again in case anyone's lost. All right, so there we go. That's the side, the corner. Now we're coming up to this corner. Now this corner has 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets. That's how you turn all corners. So just a reminder of the double crochet is pick up the yarn into the space, pick up the yarn, now you've got 3, pull through 2, pull through 2. Pick up the yarn into the space, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. Pick up the yarn into the space, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we've done 3, so we do a chain and we go back into this same space to turn around the corner with another 3 double crochet. Okay. So, and we've come around that corner. So the next one we've got is a side. So let's do that. A side is just a bunch of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now we are back at a corner. Now we're at the corner where we finished last time, but we haven't, because we started the round in a different spot. We're not finished the round yet. You can see that. But we need to just find the space, which might look slightly different because it's where we started, but it's pretty much the same. You can see 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and the space in the middle that's formed by the chain. So here we just do the same again. 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets. Just push your little thread out of the way. Doesn't matter if you go over it, but we're going to weave it in later. So I just sort of hold it down the back, do my chain, do another 3 double crochet. Okay. Now, one there is a space, so that's just simply 3 double crochet. So double crochet again, pick up the thread into the space, pick up the thread, pull through 2, pull through 2, into the space, pick up the thread. Sorry, I wasn't saying the right thing then. Pick up the thread into the space, pick up the thread, pull through 2, pull through 2. Pick up the thread into the space, pick up the thread, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, so that's our side done. Now we've got this, we're coming to the end of the round, and the end of the round is at the corner, and we've done half the corner already. We've done one bunch of 3 double crochets. So we're going to go into this again and do 3 more double crochet. Three more double crochet. Okay, now we do a chain to create that corner space, and then we do a slip stitch to join to the top of the other bunch of 3 double crochets, which is the other half of the corner. So to do the slip stitch, we just go underneath those 2 little bars that look like a knit stitch at the top. It doesn't really matter if you go in somewhere else, but this pulls it the most neat, I think. Okay, and then we pick up the thread, just pull through, and then just keep pulling through. So it's like that. So now we've done it, and we've got a little mini granny square. So I think I'll just show you how to go up again, because it's exactly the same as before, but I won't change colour, because I think changing colour is easier than staying with the same colour as you go around the round. So this is the part that's a little bit tricky and a bit confusing. All right, so in order to get up some height for the next row, because we're going to start doing double crochets along like this at that height, we do 2 chains. So once we've done our 2 chains, we can just look and see what we've got. So we've got this space here, which is the corner space, and I want to keep our changeover in the corner. So for this space, I'm going to go a bit backwards into this space to do half a corner, which is 1 double crochet, 1 fake double crochet, and then 2 more double crochets. So to do that, we just do 2 more double crochets going, it looks like I'm going a bit backwards, but I'm going into the corner. I want to stay in the corner for our beginning and ending of rounds. So I've done 2 more double crochet, and then I've done half a corner. So I'm going to finish the other half when I get round. So I'll just go along. This is the side one now. So we do that. 3 double crochets into the side ones. Now this time we've got 2 side ones before we get to a corner. So there's another side one where we get 3 double crochets into it. Okay. All right. Now we're at a corner. So a corner is 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets. So 3, 1, 2, 3, a chain, and another 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you can see we've turned that corner. We've got 2 spaces to work through, so let's work through them. 3 double crochets into each of the side spaces. Oops. So if I make a mistake like that, I just drop it, put the thing back on and pull it out back to where I'm at. So I can look and see where I'm at. So now I'm at where there's 3 double crochets already in that side space, but this side space doesn't have any, so that's where I'm up to. So 3 double crochets into this side space. Okay, now we're at a corner, so we look for the space in the middle of the corner, which, you know, you can use your crochet hook to open it up and make it obvious. And then we do 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets back into that same hole, that same space. Okay, and then, okay, let's just get some more thread. Okay. Into the next side space with 3 double crochet. Into the next side space. With 3 double crochet. Into a corner. You can see how we're at the corner now because you've got those 2 bunches of 3 into the space there. So we do the same thing again. 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets all into the same corner space. Okay, and then, whoops, see how I picked up a bit of the green. I don't want to do that. Oh, okay, I keep doing it. Okay, push it down. All right, so now we've turned the corner. So the next space we're going to need to do is going to be one of the side spaces. So we go into that with our 3 double crochet. So just a reminder, pick up the thread into the hole, into the space, pick up the thread, pull through 2, pull through 2. Moving on to the final side space with 3 double crochets in it. Okay. And then we're at the corner, but we're at the corner at the end of the round. So the corner at the end of the round already is half done. We did it half of it at the start of the round. So we only need another bunch of 3 here into this space. Another bunch of 3 double crochet. Okay. And now we'll do a final chain and we do the slip stitch. So under the top, under these little, I don't know what you call them, the thing that looks like a knit stitch, you go under the 2 bits of that and pick up the thread, pull it through that, and then pull it straight through this as well. Now I'm going to finish here. I mean, I would go on but we'll pretend this is a change. I mean, I'm going to change colour, but I'm going to finish the video here. So I'll just cut off the thread, pull the thread through that and hold that there like that. So I am going to go on and make this bigger with extra colours, and I will join some more green on into the corner. So, but let's just do a sort of review of because once you understand the structure of the granny square, you can, you know, do many different patterns with different colour changes as you want. So the structure of it is it starts with the magic ring, which is a tightened magic ring in there now, and then you do 3 double crochet. Well, you do, I can't see where it started actually, but you do your 2 chains that acts as 1 double crochet, then you do 2 double crochets, then you do a chain, then you do 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets, and a chain, and join to the start with a slip stitch. So that is the basic central structure of that. It's 4 bunches of 3 double crochet with a chain in between each, which becomes the 4 corners. These 4 spaces are the 4 corners. Next round, you go up with your you go up with your two chains, which are acting as 1 double crochet. Then you do another couple of double crochets, and that's your half of a corner. So that's the second half that you'll come when you get back to it, that you'll do when you get back to it. Then you don't do any chains on the side. So once you've done this bunch at the start of the round, you leap straight to the next corner and you do your 3 double crochets, chain, 3 double crochets. Then you skip to the next corner, which is here, 3 double crochets, chain, 3 double crochets into that corner. Skip to the next one, 3 double crochets, chain, 3 double crochets into that corner. And then you come back to your first corner and you'll have this half the corner already done. So then you do your 3 double crochets, you do a chain, and you do a slip stitch to join that round. And then we've joined pink on, and we go around the same. The only difference with where we've started the pink is you've got some side ones too. So at the pink, you join your thread on, you do 2 chains to act as 1 double crochet, and then another couple of double crochets to be your half of your corner, that half there. Then you do 3 double crochets into your side, because that's not a corner anymore. And then you get to your next corner and you do 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets. Then the next space is your side, so it's 3 double crochets only. Next space is a corner, so it's 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets. Next is a side, so it's 3 double crochets only. Next space is a corner, 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets. Then next space is a side, so 3 double crochets only. Then you get back to your starting point and you've got these 3 double crochets, half of your corner already done. So you just do your other 3 double crochets and a chain and a slip stitch to end the round. And then from then on, you basically all rounds are the same. You work 3 double crochets, a chain, and 3 double crochets into every corner, and you work 3 double crochets only into every side space. So that's kind of it. So I'm making my squares with 6 rounds. So this has only got 4 rounds. So I'm going to put another 2 rounds of the same of green, and then they can join all the others that I've been doing. So I hope that's helpful. I think the important thing is to be able to look and see what you need, understand the structure of the granny square, so that you can then see where you're at when you put it down and come back, or you can see where you're at, and you can work out what you need in order to keep this pattern going. Okay, all right, well, good luck, and I will see you again in a few weeks, Christine, and everyone else, have fun. Bye.